Edgar Berlanga, he's not the chosen one. Really, really, really sorry to break it to you guys. Not the chosen one. He got pretty much beat up last night by Alexis Angulo. Very poor sportsmanship. Blessed love and blessed day, boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fight nation. It's Coach Fighting. This is real life boxing. I'm in the boxing gym right now in the office. Soft Touch Tours is out there pounding on the bag, so a lot of noise. Y'all could probably still hear it. Like I said, Edgar Berlanga, not the chosen one. And if he is the chosen one, he got a lot of work to do. Pretty much got beat up last night by Alexis Angulo. Now, I do think that he won the fight slightly. I don't think that Alexis Angulo beat him, but I do think that he won the fight slightly. I do think that the scorecards were trash. Hey, before we get into it, best double jab straight down the pipe. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and the bell icon so you can be notified when all content is being uploaded on the channel of Real Life Boxing. Let's get into this video. I want to like Edgar Berlanga. I keep watching his fights. I keep looking to see him improve and to see him doing better, and it's not really happening. He fired his old trainer, which was Andre Rozier. Got his uncle in Lara, whoever it was, got his uncle to train him in the same shit. He wasn't listening to Rozier. He's not listening to his uncle. These are the problems that I had with Edgar Berlanga. Not only that, the sportsmanship was poor last night. You know what I'm saying? He was getting mad because Angulo was pretty much beating him up, like roughing him up. When he closed the distance, Angulo was doing what he had to do when the distance got closed, and he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? He's throwing uppercuts, he's throwing hooks, he's pushing Berlanga around. He had Berlanga's nose bleeding by the second round, nose bleeding, mouth bleeding. By the end of the fight, he had a cut. He just roughed up Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? And then, which round was it? Third or fourth round, they're in a tussle, and Angulo's roughing him up, and Berlanga tries to bite him, like, yo, what are you doing? And then he just put up a statement. I don't even know what he said about Mike Tyson. Like, I don't know what he said. Maybe y'all could tell me in the comment section. Maybe Mike Tyson did it or whatever. But he just put up a statement on Instagram. I'm apologizing for whatever biting statement he made. You know, he referenced what Mike Tyson did to Evander Holyfield and why it was okay that he did it. But I don't know because I didn't watch his post-fight interview and all that. All I know is that I wasn't happy with his performance. He don't listen. That's the problem that I had in his fight against in his last fight where Rozier was his trainer. He don't listen. His uncle told him, bro, you got to listen to me. I told you to box, and you going out there fighting with him. Like, you got to listen. I don't want to hear you crying, motherfucker, when you don't get the decision. And he said, sorry. You got to listen. That's one of the most frustrating things as a trainer to a fighter is when the fighter doesn't listen. Now, if you listen to the trainer and the other guy just outpoints you, you know what I'm saying, you just couldn't do it better than the other guy, then that's another thing. But when you just don't listen to the trainer, and in my opinion, Edgar Berlanga could have boxed Angulo's shoes off. Like, he could have boxed his head off with just his jab and moving and putting his punches behind his jab. You know, he could have boxed them. He did really well in a few of the middle rounds when he was boxing and using a constant jab. Now, I think when he got tired a little bit and when he figured, like, damn, this dude is tough, I might not be able to knock this dude out. Let me just start jabbing and boxing. He started to, and he was like, oh, so that's how this works. I'm saying started hitting Angulo. Now, Angulo has the high guard, and he's, you know, deflecting punches. But when Berlanga's pumping that jab, you know what I'm saying, Angulo just can't be walking into him doing what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think that if Angulo would have picked up the pace a little bit, he could have stopped Berlanga, because he definitely hurt him a few times during the fight. Now, a lot of people, I'm on YouTube watching videos post-fight, and they're like, oh, Angulo got robbed. Watching the fight, I don't think that it was a robbery. Well, in the way the scorecards were so wide, then you can say they was planning to rob him either way. But I just don't think that Angulo did enough. Like, he could have really pushed the pace a little bit more. Half the time, he's walking around following Berlanga. And now when he got to close the distance, he would work sometime, but he didn't work every time he closed the distance, especially in the later rounds. There was a moment where they were like head to head, like this, and neither one of them are throwing punches. And I'm like, damn, Angulo could really let his shit go. So to me, I don't feel like, at best, it was a draw, but I would still give it to Berlanga, like maybe 6 rounds to 4, 5 to 5, 6 rounds to 4. There was like 3 good rounds. I got to go back and watch the fight. I didn't watch it again. I got to watch it again because I felt like he won at least 3 good, 3 or 4 rounds when he was just boxing and pumping his jab, and Alexis Angulo was just walking into him, not really doing nothing. So that's why I don't really see, like, I can't really give Angulo the victory because I don't think that Angulo did enough, but I think that if he did more, he could have possibly stopped Berlanga, but he just didn't do enough. And I think Berlanga, he did a better job of boxing in spurts than... What makes it look really bad is that the scorecards were so wide. Like I said, maybe Berlanga by 2 rounds, a draw, Berlanga by a round. You know what I'm saying? It's 10 rounds. So maybe 6-4. You know what I mean? I can't give it to Angulo. I just don't think that he did enough. I think that he did very well, and he did good things. Like, he hurt Berlanga multiple times during the fight. I just don't think that he did enough. And I believe that if he would have did more, he possibly could have got Berlanga out of there because he hurt him, and he was hurting him with that right uppercut. Berlanga, I think there was a moment in the middle round where he was using his jab really well, and he was boxing really well. And I got to go watch the fight again. I didn't really score it when I was watching it, but that's what I would say. When it came to the decision, I didn't think Angulo won. I just didn't think that he did enough. If I had to give it to someone, I would give it to Berlanga. He did get roughed up. He did get beat up. Unsportsmanlike conduct. He doesn't like being bullied. And you would think a guy that's so big, like he looks like he's pretty big and strong, that, you know what I mean, he can give a little and take a little, but he don't like to take it. Anyway, you guys tell me what y'all thought about this fight in the comment section. All I'm saying is I don't think that Berlanga is the chosen one. I really think that he needs to stop worrying about Miguel Cotto in Puerto Rico and doing it for Brooklyn or Bronx or wherever he's from and doing it for the Puerto Ricans. And he really just needs to focus on himself and his boxing career. But you guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. And until then, keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times, man. Peace and one love. We out.